What's up? We back. Another one. Um, as we have the original crew from Thursday, as it's Noah and Dustin. How's everyone doing tonight?
We doing good. What's up?
Doing
So,
good.
like I said, a lot has happened since we've had our live Tuesday. If you haven't, go check out that live. I'm doing the double show this week. Don't know if that's gonna happen next week, just because I don't know. It just kind of depends on what happens. But hopefully we can get at least one video out a week. Keep subscribing. I know you guys are doing your thing. Keep subscribing, checking out my videos. Like it while you're at it. Like I said, tonight we're gonna discuss Tim Brown's comments on Tom Brady, and the Hunter Renfrow and Darren Waller kind of situation there where we saw that. But let's just start off with this one. So I know we're going into an off season, and we gotta at least give this team, I would say at least the regime, 2 more years. They gotta make their decisions. This is gonna be a year of, I would say, truly building. It just depends on what they do in this free agency, but I'll let you guys take a handle on this first here. You want to go, Noah?
Yeah, sure. I think if this team sucks this upcoming season, or if the draft doesn't go smoothly, like if we don't actually draft important pieces to this roster, fill the holes, or even just draft depth, that'd be relatively important and would help this team out in the long run. I just can't both McDaniels and Ziegler. This is a crucial draft. We can't have anything happen like what happened to the Jets in 2014, where they completely blew their entire load and got like 3 players that lasted more than 2 years on that team. They had 12 picks, and they had 3 players turn out to be like somewhat reliable. Yeah. And that's putting it lightly. The only person out of that draft that I can remember is Quincy Nunwa, who played 5 years.
Yeah.
We're going to have – right now we have like 11 draft picks, including compensatory picks. And pending the Carr trade, which we all think is going to be coming soon, then it should be 13, 14 picks in this draft. You need to hit on at least 70 to 80% of these picks, especially in the early rounds. And if you don't do that, I can Ziegler, and might as well can McDaniels too, since he's brought in with Ziegler as the buddy guy, especially if this team underperforms again in the regular season and we miss out on the playoffs.
So, Noah, you wouldn't say keep Ziegler and just get rid of McDaniels then?
We saw the draft last year. What value outside Dylan Parham did Ziegler bring inside of drafting?
I mean, like I said, you never really. I think Neil Farrell showed a lot of promise, when he was playing.
Right. Now, Matt Butler and Neil Farrell, before you go on, they're both still very, very raw.
Yeah, I was gonna say though. Here's the thing with those 2 picks, we knew they weren't gonna be year 1 guys. Like that's the thing. They drafted them to also draft for the future. So it's like we're gonna see what they do this upcoming year. I think that's also part of the process. So like, say those guys are breaking out, and say somehow like we still miss the playoffs, but these guys are showing the potential. I would say you're probably just canning one of them, or even like including Patrick Graham, because he's been here now for both years. He'd be another guy to look at getting rid of. Depending on the process, is what you're saying, is depending on how this team performs and how the draft looks.
I mean, no matter how many picks we have or not, you can start exceeding picks that are exceed draft value because you have too many of them. So it won't matter how many players you get or not. You're only going to get maybe 4 starters. It's like I've said, when you start accumulating too many draft picks inside of one draft, those picks don't become valuable anymore because you're just taking people. That's all you're doing. You're just picking up people at that point. Like, what good are 3 7s? You're going to have fucking one dude probably even make the roster. And then the statistics of the odds are he's probably not going to do shit anyway. So they're probably going to package up draft picks to begin with and trade back up into the earlier rounds so they can gain value players. That's probably what they're going to do. But again, you can still overexceed the value with the picks. I mean, I've said it doesn't matter if you have 10, 15 picks or not. If he comes in here with 11 picks, 12 picks, and they come out with 3 to 4 players that are starting, that's pretty good. I mean, you're not going to go out there and get for even in the 7th-round pick at one, you're going to hit on every player. Like the odds are usually a guy gets 1st-round player, he's going to play regardless. Doesn't matter if he exceeds potential or not, because he was the first overall or their first overall pick. And then round 2, round 3 players, they usually stick around for a year or two. Then they'll start getting cut in year 3. When you start getting in later rounds, those dudes get cut fucking probably the next year. But I don't know. I mean, like I said, I'll give them, to answer the question in this one is I would give them their 4 years. I mean, like I said, nothing's done in a day. And if people think that you're going to go from having one person's roster that was, like I've said, that roster under Gruden is good because that's a different type of play calling, different type of scheme, holds different type of system. So like with Gruden calling it, good team. When Josh comes here, he doesn't have that play calling. He don't play that type of football. So he can't call those plays. So that team don't work to him. So if they break the team down, and that's the thing I don't understand. I get people are going to be upset that they're going to get rid of players, but let's be real, dude. Gruden came in here and did the exact same thing, dude. He got rid of fucking Khalil Mack, bro. Like, that's more than any person over here at the moment. So, I mean, outside of Derek Carr at the deal, but still, they don't give a fuck. And I said this all year long on my channel, on our channel, is that freaking he's a scheme guy. He don't give a fuck what your name is, dude. He don't care. And that's why I think Ziegler is going to push for a quarterback. I strongly believe, dude, he's got to draft a quarterback, man. Like, I know people want to go defense, but defense ain't going to win us the game by picking a first pick defensive player. Picking a quarterback out of one of those 3 quarterbacks, hopefully Stroud, those make franchises. That makes you competitive. Like, the quarterback's the most key player on the whole entire field. So if somebody's sitting there thinking like, oh, we draft a good defensive guy, you still ain't gonna win shit if you don't have quarterback. You don't even have a fucking team. I think the logic thing is go for quarterback, put him on a 5-year, $30 million contract, $35 million contract, and then you're able to spread that out to defense. You get offense. I mean, you're keeping the money that you got from Carr. You're not giving it to Brady. Like, you're not doing that dumb shit. Like, I think that's why I've said the whole time, I've said multiple reasons why I thought he wasn't coming here. And I've said this for back in half in mid-season. I said, dude, he just divorced his wife. He won that court case for the child, the custody for the children. When you have that shit, you can't leave state, dude. Like, I can't get custody of my kids and take them somewhere else, dude. Like, can't do that. They have to stay in that state, dude. So wherever the mother's at. So I've said, dude, like he's not just gonna up and leave, come over here to the Raiders on less money with the broke ass team when he's already on a team that's better built than ours. So what the fuck would he do that for?
I'll make it
and then
clear.
You got hell other teams that wanted him, so that it didn't make sense.
I'll make this clear. 2 things. Number 1, Tom Brady. He's gonna be either a Dolphin or a Buccaneer. Number 2. He will not take $15 million a year to come to play for the motherfucking Raiders. Anyone who still believes that, please quit the narrative. It's not a narrative that he's not going to take $15 million. Why would he take $15 million when he can go get $400 million from Fox or whatever, right? Thing is,
it's not that. They just don't look at that. When he came here, they had 80-90 million on the cap. They went and built that fucking team. They went and won a Super Bowl. And then the following year, they had people like Levante David and all these other dudes that were asked to resign because they were in their final deal. And they took lesser money for them to resign. And then Brady restructured his contract so they can resign back the players last year to play there. So it's like there's this whole deal that goes down. It wasn't just a 1 year people want to show out a 1 year, and then the thing I think's funny is how can you talk so confident in the fucking deal? Like I've heard people in chats and all just be like, he'll take 15 minutes. How the fuck you know? You know this motherfucker? Like you over there with him and his agent, you think his agent over there like, yeah, Brady take 15 million. Like, fuck no, his agent ain't fucking telling him that, dude. Like, so I don't know where the fuck this shit comes from, but
so I'm just gonna answer it. It's simple. I'm gonna give them at least the 3 years. Like I said, I don't believe they're not gonna come out of this draft class with a quarterback of Young, Stroud, or Levis. Again, we all as a panel have said I think our favorite, to be landed here would be Stroud. But I think, here's the
and
difference.
I'm not gonna be upset if they take a defense player and have their own quarterback later on that they like. Like I've always said, I'm not. I value a certain person because I like them. They may fucking like somebody else that fits them better. So I've always said I don't want to speak it's either Stroud or nobody. They may have somebody else in mind.
If you're drafting defense first round and they draft a quarterback, it doesn't matter who you draft. Here's the thing. I've said this from the start. I don't care who plays for the Raiders. As long as you're playing to your, like I said, they're playing the scheme well and we're winning. Why does it matter who's on the team then? Because if you say you draft Full Levis and you're winning with him, it doesn't matter. That's the difference. So I'm going to give them their at least 3 to 4 years. The reason I say this is no matter who comes out of this draft class, year one for them is a developmental year. It's not they're going to come out here and throw for 50 touchdowns. They're not. It's going to be a developmental year. Maybe they don't even play them. Maybe they wait a year to see what they can do a year two, and then by then you're in year 3 of their contract. Thing is,
the way I look at it is if you look at the production they got out of a round 3 player. Fuck, we're gonna get pretty good production from 1 to 3. So that I can tell you right now. There's no way we're gonna get less. You know what I mean? So if you're telling me that his first pick was round 3 with Parham, and that was the production we got from his first pick, I think he did pretty fucking good. I think he did pretty damn good in my opinion because that kid's a pretty good player.
Yeah. To be honest, I gotta see this regime for at least 2 more years. What is the thing we want to do? We want to build chemistry. We want to build consistency, and we can't do that if you're firing a coach after year 2 because he has to rebuild the entire team, and he hasn't succeeded yet. It's a long-term. It's a short-term development for a long-term succeed. To succeed long term, and we haven't done that for a while. So we're all just kind of waiting to see what this team does for the free agency and draft. And I think their number one thing is they want to build. Like I said, they want to build a culture. So the guys that they bring in and get rid of, just trust it because regardless if they go get rid of, say you walk into this free agency and they get rid of all 3 of Waller, Renfrow, and Jacobs, and they find replacements, who cares if the guys they bring in start producing at a high level too and they start winning, right? Why does it matter off
I always say it ain't about the name, it's about the shield. And if they are willing to give up, they're not dumb. The guys ain't fucking dumb. They're just not. They didn't get where they're at because they're that fucking stupid. They got where they're at because they do have the resume to back them up. And to sit there in front of them and say that they're willing to cut tie with Waller, Renfrow, and possibly Jacobs means that they probably know what the fuck they got. That's why I say, I wouldn't sit here and worry that they're. Why would I worry? They could probably get better draft cap, get better players that fit them and their system, dude, and catch balls instead of fucking. That's why I say they probably want guys that are consistent at catching the ball for one, dude. And I get Renfrow, but I said this even on our channel. The reason why I think Renfrow ain't working in Josh is because he does have to use his trickery to get out there, where Josh is I just want a guy that runs the route. That's all he wants. I just want a guy that runs the route. That's all he's looking for. Look at the reports that come out that Josh was pissed off at Derek for calling audibles in the Seahawk game. Motherfucker, if he didn't call that audible at the end, you would have pitched to the outside and got sacked up like a motherfucker. Derek Carr noticed that shit and he fucking halfback ISO'd up the gut and went straight to the house. So
That's
I don't
one
know
thing
what the fuck this guy is smoking on, dude.
I
Like
would
he
say
straight
this.
said, he was mad that he called fucking audibles in this Seahawks game, and I'm like, yeah, you're a bitch, like straight up,
No,
dude, because
listen,
fucking you're just a
when
bitch.
you say that, all I think of is McDaniels. Like that makes McDaniels look bad. Like I'm gonna be honest, that makes you look bad as a coach. If you're telling me you're mad that he audibled and won you the fucking game, it makes you look bad. So I think that's something to look at. If he's gonna be this,
Yeah, he says he wants to play Rand the way he has it drawn up.
well,
He don't
honestly,
want people to defer from
he's
it, and he wants it done the way
this is
that he has it.
and he seems stuck up. Like I mean, that's the
Hey,
thing.
that's why Brady be yelling at that motherfucker too. Just be like, "Yeah, fuck you, motherfucker."
I will say this.
He's
I
probably
think
walking by, you fucking weasel looking motherfucker. Like,
listen, I will say like the question is being raised because of everything we're hearing. If he's saying that, what part of me is just kind of feeling like it's not just because he wants to play Rand that he called. It's because he was maybe trying to tank. Now, if we come out of this year and he gets another quarterback and they go out and they're audibly and winning and he's still pissed, you're not fit to be a coach then. You're winning games. Like, shut up. Like, I think at the end of the day, if you win the fucking game, who cares what the play you ran? I mean, McDonald's, are you that fucking retarded? Because I mean, God, I mean, listen. So yes, it comes to a point. Now, if we would have lost that game, okay, I can side with you there. But you're saying you're mad that you're basically saying you're mad you're lost. I mean, that's basically what you're saying, if we're being honest. So if it comes down to it, I think there's a good chance this regime works, and then there's a
hey,
chance.
he loses that game, we're probably like top 5 in the draft.
Yeah, but again, it doesn't matter from 5 to 7. They're gonna get a quarterback. It doesn't matter who you get. I will say there's a good to finish off. I will say there's a good chance this regime works, and there's a good chance it doesn't. Like I'm not saying Ziegler, but I'm saying McDaniels. He's he seems stuck up in his own ways, and he did learn from a guy that has a high ego that's gonna have to change at some point. There's things that you have to change, and if you're not willing to change in today's NFL, you're not gonna win. You're not gonna succeed.
They have
So,
reports that came out today that said Bill screwed the Patriots offense this year and all kind of shit. So.
oh yeah, no, Bill Belichick, I mean, is the wrong guy to learn from, and that's why none of his. That's the thing. That's why no one works from Bill Belichick's scheme. They're learning from this high ego guy that doesn't change, and sooner or later, Bill's gonna start to fail, and he's gonna wonder why. He has such a high
He
ego.
just went and got Bill O'Brien. I don't know if he's gonna fail anytime right now.
Well,
He
I mean,
may
with that
fail
offense,
one day, but I don't think he's failing this up and coming
I
here.
mean, Mac Jones, man, that motherfucker sucks. But we're right through 20 minutes. The next topic, that is something we did just talk about slightly. If it pulls up, yeah, Hunter Renfrow and Darren Waller. I'll say this: I wouldn't be surprised if they're both gone because the way it was kind of put is they're looking to build something here, and it just seems like these guys don't fit what they want. So, I mean, would you guys be surprised if they're both gone?
I think I would be surprised, to be honest with you. I mean, I can understand why they would trade him off, specifically Waller in particular, because he's coming off that basically the year plus of that groin injury kind of effing him up. And they might want to go with the tight end or someone they find more suitable to what they run.
A guy that can block.
Again, exactly, a guy that can block. Maybe even someone from New England if they want to trade for somebody like Hunter Henry or Johnny Smith that did well in the 2TE system with McDaniels in 21 and 20. So there's that to think about. Although I wouldn't agree with the decision. Again, with Renfrow, I'd be a bit more surprised considering that he was still quite effective in the games he was actually healthy in, specifically going later into the season when you're expected to understand the playbook a bit better. And he did a good job of that, specifically in the Pittsburgh game, the Niner game, and the KC game to end off the season. I think he played really well. So, maybe you could get more out of him if you are going to trade Renfrow away. But that contract again, I don't know. So we'll see. But I don't think it's a smart idea to trade either one of them.
I could see Renfrow or Waller coming back. I can see them both gone. I guess it just comes down to how do they feel about them.
Yeah, I think that's what it means at the end of the day. It's how well, or I guess that's what it means to be a GM and stuff like that.
I will say, yeah, I'd be a little surprised if they did trade him. Or both, sorry. Or got rid of both of them. But at the end of the day, I wouldn't care if you end up winning next year or the year after that with the guys that you bring in.
Yeah, because that is what it's all about. It's all about bringing home the chip. But yeah, if you just get rid of the cornerstone, it's not only just the talent on the roster like that from the previous regime, but also you got to remember that these are players that are fan favorites and are faces of the franchise. So if you do that, you're gonna also have to find players that can have that same impact on the community as well as the team, including their production.
See, I don't think they care. I think they just want to wipe the slate, period, because I think Waller's ass gone 100%. Like I 100% do. He shouldn't have posted that video, the music video. He just shows that he's not committed over there to them at all times. That's huge when it comes to that type of organization and the culture that they believe in. So I can see him gone 100%. And I spoke on this shit in the middle of the season, dude. I said that when they got injured and that they were taking so long to bring him back on when they fucking finally got him back there, and that they could have started in that Ram game, dude, and they didn't even fucking play him and just kept going on, dude. Like I said, they're going to showcase him to fucking get rid of him, dude. Like they're not their type of players. I believe like they want more of a Foster Moreau type player, dude, where he's got the blocking and the fucking catching type player, I don't, like I said, I don't think they're into the big name type wide receiver tight ends. I think they want a fucking certain type. Like I said, with Foster there, Jacobs runs those yards. If Waller was there, Jacobs probably don't run those yards, dude. Like there's a big difference when you got Foster leading the way blocking versus Waller blocking, like massive difference. So I just think Waller 100% can be gone, like, and I think he will be gone. Like, and I know I've heard people say that Waller was staying, so there is a good possibility he stays. But I would have no issue with it because I think they need to just wipe the fucking whole team. Besides, like obviously Max, Devontae. I mean, I would even get rid of Chandler, but we can't do it. And just start over new with theirs, so there's no biasness that this guy or that guy or fucking look at him, he came here drug addict that Gruden and them found and brought him over here and he played good under Gruden, but now they're expecting it. That doesn't work like that. Like that dude had meaning to play with Gruden. Gruden and Josh are not the same people. Like they're straight up not the same people. Where Gruden's probably pumping Waller, where Josh don't give a fuck about Waller, So I just don't think they're the same type of player or coach players, dude. Like I think Josh, like I said, has a system, and he doesn't care what the name is, man. Like he doesn't. That's why I think Josh is 100% fucking candidate to be the hell out of here too. He has no contract with us yet. We haven't no money given to him. We can tag his ass and trade him, dude, for fucking draft value, which will probably get a first round draft pick, depending on where he ends up. And then frickin', I mean, like I said, that could even help the team massively too. So if it was me, I would just start over new, man. I just don't like the biasness. There's hell bias, there's hell divide. You keep those players, there's gonna still be divide, man. They're gonna still keep saying The same thing, even like right here in this topic where we're like, yeah, we should, like, if they're not part of them, that's not their choice. Like, that's why I say, like, yeah, people, you can get good draft value where they can switch off and get their people. It's not like they're just trading off for some slump, dude. So I think they would be like, hey, we can move Waller and get 2 players, like. So is it the right thing in our as people fans? Probably not, but for them, it's a business deal. We don't win, dude. So I don't understand why people would be upset. We don't fucking win anyways. So what the fuck does it matter if motherfuckers are here? We had 2 1,500-yard players each fucking and only won 6 games. And we've been doing this for fucking 20 years now. We've had 3 winning seasons, I think. Like, fuck, come on.
Yeah.
We're acting like these motherfuckers are out there fucking going 12-4 every year. Like, these bitches barely break 8-8.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if both these guys are gone. So I'll let you guys start with this topic. Offensive free agents that you guys would be interested in this team signing.
Let me think about this for a second. Dustin, if you got any, you can go.
Fuck, I don't even know in the offense. I mean, I'd obviously the fucking right tackle from Atlanta and fucking maybe the wide receiver fucking is where I'd be. I mean, I'd have to go look and see. I mean, I'd have to see who the tight ends are. I'd have to see.
Yeah, so I was gonna say I made a small list with wide receivers at least. I have Juju down. Like I have Alan Lazard down. You have Paris Campbell. You have Deontay Hardy. I kind of wrote down. I have Miko here. That's just kind of like a pipe dream. Like that's a guy that has speed. He would be great here.
I would take fucking Alan Lazar, dude, if it was me.
Yeah.
I think I said if Rogers came here, that'd be the perfect dude right there, man. Like Alan Lazar, fucking Devontae, and Rogers, like they already have the chemistry right there, dude. So and then you're building around them. I mean, I think that'd be pretty fire. And I still think even not even having Rogers or not, Lazar still a really good option.
Yeah. 100%.
I don't think you said Hardman.
Yeah, I said Miko Hardman just like
Yeah, he ain't coming here. That fool gonna stay there with them.
Yeah, I mean, I wrote down Deontay Hardy. He has some speed on him. Paris Campbell wouldn't be terrible if it's cheap.
Where is he, Indy?
Yeah.
He's a big-bodied player too, man. That's a tough one.
Yeah.
I would still take Lazar out of all them.
I would too, yeah. I mean, wrote for tight ends. I wrote some cheaper options too, like Irv Smith, OJ Howard.
I mean, I'd take OJ Howard and try him out at least.
Yeah, I mean, wouldn't hurt to have him.
He was good. He's a good tight end. I don't know what the hell happened to him, but he was a good tight end. And then just all of a sudden, whoop, adios.
That's kind of Gronk, and Brady got put in Tampa. That's why he kind of lost his spot.
Yep. And wasn't he a Falcon before that?
I don't think so. Hang on.
No, I think that was Austin Hooper that he kind of traveled around. He was a guy I know.
Yeah, Hooper.
Yeah. OJ Howard was just he was a buck.
Yeah, he was a buck
started his
with
career.
Brait. Yeah, he was there with Brait. Cam Brait.
And then Rob Gronkowski came and pretty much just took over there. On offensive lineman, the only guy I could really see, like I really wrote, was Caleb McGarry. Like it's just I guess it's really just a question mark of who they keep really. So
yeah, I mean,
He's a right tackle.
Yeah, but we got Lumen over there. And yeah, I think he did pretty well to finish off the season. At least my opinion on him really swung in the opposite way in the final few weeks of the season. So
He's both claimed we were top 10 offensive line this year. If we were the sorriest top 10 offensive line ever. That's why I said we looked good at sucking, dude, is what it probably was. I mean, I don't know how the fuck that would. Or we were sucking and we ended up good, something like that. I don't even know.
Yeah. I mean,
but I do think we need
it was kind of tough with
We
offensive.
changed 21 times. We changed the line 21 different rotations, dude.
Yeah,
Like, that's fucking crazy.
it's horrible. I mean, that was just horrible.
far cry from the days of Donald Penn, Colecchio, Summerlin, and those guys now. But we do need a new guard because I don't want to see Alex Barnes play majority of the staff there at left guard next season because he just didn't. He wasn't it. I'm not
It's
gonna
gonna
lie.
be a Luminor, dude. It's gonna be a Luminor at that right guard. Watch.
It's like, how did Parham do as a center this year? I feel like he played a few snaps there during the regular season.
He's probably about to be the center too. He played that whole game. Remember when he got hurt? He played that whole game over there, and he graded out at like a 85, 83 or 85.
So then in that case, Andre James is also on the block. I guess you would just keep him around to see, if
They
performs any
said
better.
that they would get rid of him and trade.
Yeah, I mean, if they can get I don't know what they would get for him, but again, they're not always going to be looking for picks. I think they're gonna look for other positions.
We're looking at dumb salaries some of the times, and I
And you
think
got to
James would be one
remember,
of those.
Haran's still on the roster, and we traded for that dude, so he's gonna get used.
This team is going to be like if they can build in the trenches, they can actually build, an offensive line and a defensive line. Like it's going to be a better team. So they got to build. I mean, people keep telling me, "Oh, we were top 10." No, we were terrible. We weren't that good.
Yeah, what was our offense? I think it was like 9th
We had discussed that. That's
or
what
12th. I said 12th, but I think it ended up being higher.
it was 12th or 13th.
Was it 12th?
It was. Yeah. I would say we were kind of held back by our offensive line because there was.
I mean, we were 12th with as shitty as everything went on.
I was gonna say we were held back by an offensive line that had so many penalties. Like when we had a big play, that's just like it was horrible. It was annoying. Like how come every time we had this big ass play, Alex Barnes or Aluminor was just creating a penalty that was just so dumb.
I guarantee you, he's one of the most penalized players on our team, and probably the most long yardage penalized. I bet out of everybody.
I remember that touchdown or that pass in the Tennessee game to Adams that ended up at the 2-yard line, something like 33 yards, and got wiped out by a Luminor holding.
That was to Waller. That was to Waller on the right side, dude, down there at the goal line when he caught it. That one was to Waller when he fucking went out of bounds, and then they got the fucking holding call on him. And it was 15 yards all the way back. That was the game Waller was a little bitch in too, fucking, because after that he caught that ball. He caught that ball off on the left side of the field where he got double cracked, and then he got the one in the end zone where he got bitch, dude, and he's straight little hoe, man. Like Waller's a bitch.
Waller's a bitch.
Yeah, Foster, at least he's got some fucking dog in him, dude. Like Foster got some dog. Waller's a little bitch, man. Straight up.
I will say this: if it comes down between the two, I do hope Moreau comes back because I don't know what his contract's gonna look like. But if you're getting off of the books of Waller at 13, 14 million, why not
Yeah.
sign Jack Moreau for 7, 8?
Yeah, I think Foster, he just got more dog in him, dude. He won't pussy out like Waller will. Waller, dude, he get all those tattoos. It's them drugs, dude. You'd think some motherfucker on drugs wouldn't be afraid to take a lick, dude. That dude, he's afraid taking a lick, man. You start getting scared out there, dude. That's when you get hurt. Like Foster, he don't give a fuck. He'll go up there, get fucking right in two dudes, catch that ball, and just pow, fucking crack down in a dude. And tight ends, you got to have that. You think Kelsey gets scared like that? No, he gonna go up. You think Kettle? Nope, he going up and getting them. Like that's why I've always said I never believed that Waller was a top 3 tight end in my opinion. I mean, and receiving, dude, he can be a receiving tight end and be in there. But when you're just looking at all around dog tight ends, man, I mean, he's just one sided. That's a problem. Unless he's dominant like Keelan Winslow when he was, but he's not. So I don't know, man. Frickin', I like I said, I don't care if he's gone or not. And I think like with Josh's system, dude, I think they need having two tight ends that have a run pass type mentality. Like I think we're more dangerous with the 2 tight ends that can run and block. I've always said if you get Roquan Smith on the opposite side and he sees Waller out there, all Roquan got to do is bet 80% of the time that it's a fucking pass, and he's gonna probably be right. So fucking 20% of the time he's on there, it's gonna be a fucking run. Like he already knows, dude. So he becomes predictable, dude. He becomes a liability, I think. Like when you have freaking Foster, you can't do that. It's instantly 50-50. You're like, is he running? Is he passing? Like instantly. So you can't just guess on, well, it's gonna be a pass play here. Like you can't do that. You have to be like, you gotta be on top of your shit. He's not predictable.
Yeah, Dustin, would you guys, if we had the tight end set of Moreau, Rudolph, and Howard, would you be opposed to that? Because they're all really good at run blocking, and they can definitely, go up and get it. They're all big body guys.
Well, you have OJ Howard there, who's more of a receiving than the blocking, but I definitely still, he's definitely still block first tight end. I know,
they all can block,
That is true. The problem with Rudolph is that he's going to be, what is he going to be? He's going to be like 32 or 33 years old now, I think. And he, even as a blocker, he still didn't get as many snaps in the Giant system than Daniel Bellinger, who still got more of the, the plays on the field there when they were blocking and run formations. So there's that to think about. I'm not opposed to OJ Howard being involved because
I don't know. I would here's the thing. If it's really cheap,
Rudolph was he wasn't even irrelevant in over there, if I recall. I don't even think he was fucking. What's his yards this year?
I keep saying he's from. I keep saying he's a Giant, but I don't even think he was on the Giants.
He's not, dude. And I can't. When he said that, I can't remember what fucking.
No, he was on. He was on Tampa Bay this year, but they had so many.
Yeah, Tampa.
I forgot. I thought he.
But that's why I'm saying they have Oaten and Bates, dude. So this fool probably got fucking. Yeah. He probably got like 200 yards at best.
Well, so the previous year when he was on the Giants, when he was actually on the Giants, because I was thinking myself, I was like, when did he play for the Giants? He had 26 receptions, 260 yards, and a touchdown, which is not bad for a tight end. I think at that point he was a tight end 3.
He's probably got worse or equal to this motherfucker in the Giants. He's got to have worse or equal, man.
Yeah, and Daniel, like I just said, not Daniel Bellinger.
No, we could actually go and get a tight end in this draft. There's a ton of good tight ends that you could get if you're looking for a guy that can run block and catch the ball. like I said, I'm not, like I said, I would take OJ Howard. I do think he'd be okay, The offense, I guess, just has some question marks with that. But I guess
What was his yards? What was his yards in Tampa Bay?
he did. He only had 4 or 5 receptions this year. He didn't play much. So I didn't even realize. I just remember him on the Giants. That's all I remember him on. But he
if I was them, I'd be looking for younger tight ends, dude, that are just bigger body run pass players.
Yeah.
Like I said, they don't got to be fancy people, dude. Like, people got to stop thinking about that, because to them, dude, I've said, look at Tyler Hall. Tyler Hall played really good, dude, and they signed him to $1 million contract, dude. Like, they got Tillery, dude. That was a first-round pick, dude. Fucking wasn't even doing good in San Diego with the defensive mind. Coach comes over here and plays even better. So, yeah. I mean, there's numerous players they did that with. Lange in that fucking Niner game, dude. The dude played pretty fucking good football. So, I mean, that, like I said, they don't need guys that are $10 million players. They just need fucking $2 million, $5 million players that know their shit. That's all they care. They're about to prove it. Watch, dude. I think they're going to retain a lot of that money, dude, and they're going to sit on some of that money. So when they get into the season, if something happens, they can go out and actually add people to the team. Like, when you don't have no cap, you got fucking 10 million in cap, dude, and people are like, oh, why ain't they going out and getting it? Like, fuck, Bradbury what did he get? 17, 18 million. They paid him 10. They got 7.5, but he still wasn't coming here. We weren't even winning. So I just think when you look at them, they went after Robert Quinn, fucking Bradbury, they went after all kind of people. Limball Joseph, Donovan Sue, like, they went after all kinds.
Yeah. So the title on our screen is Tim Brown. Today he did make some comments talking about the quarterback spot, and he did mainly target Tom Brady when he was talking about this. And in his comments, he was talking about why Tom Brady should not even be an option for the Raiders. And in his comments, he talked about, in today's NFL, we're moving towards an NFL where you, as a NFL quarterback, need to be able to move the pocket, need to be able to, at least have a running ability. And, like I said, I fully agree with him. I think, I think Tom Brady, like we all said, I've said this, Tom Brady will not be a Raider. And I think to further our points, with Tim Brown saying this kind of stuff, it's like, we know this and we all are in this, the NFL is a big point at, moving the ball down the field with your legs and your arms. So, was Tim Brown really wrong? No, because he's not wrong. Not Tim Brown, sorry. Tom Brady does not have that ability to move the pocket. He might be even worse than Carr with moving the pocket. So it's like, how is that an upgrade?
He can't move in the pocket. My fucking lead feet over there. He's fucking 46, dude, motherfucker. The fucking guy's got he's gonna have wooden legs here soon. Like, he's gonna be over there. He's a hit away. Like, he's straight up hit away from a coma, man. Like, I don't know. Like I said, I don't want him, and I never have, and I fucking hate that guy. And thank goodness Tim Brown's a Raider, dude, because that's two things he's called on. Now, he called on the Derek Carr deal with Josh, and now the fucking Tom Brady shit. So, hey, I'm all for him.
Mm-hmm. I think Tim Brown, I don't think he's made a comment that's wrong. I think he knows what he's talking about.
Dude, Brady's old. I don't even know why people keep talking about this motherfucker, dude. Like, it gets so annoying. It gets so annoying, dude, that every time a quarterback, anything comes out, it's like, oh, get Tom Brady, get Tom Brady. My fucking guy was on a pretty good team for the last 3 years, dude. He won a Super Bowl and ain't done shit since. So I'm good. They're like, he made it to the playoffs. Bitch, he was 8-9 in the division. The division was so trash, dude. Like, come on, get the hell out of here with that. They got their ass smoked by, who was it? Fucking Dak. Come on. Let's get out of here. motherfucking, you want to bring that motherfucker over here now? Like, it's just dumb. It's hella dumb, I think, dude. Like, how about we just go do like Andy Reid and the Cincinnati and fucking the Bills and every fucking team that's winning right now, the Arizona, Baltimore, all these guys that went and drafted their own quarterback, dude. Like, why the fuck don't we do that shit? Like,
I think this is the year.
motherfuckers are like, let's get Brady. Like, fucking God, man.
Yeah.
I think it's crazy in my opinion. I think it's fucking nuts.
I'm gonna be honest. I don't know why so many people would want Tom Brady. Like, I get the name is there, but it's like Tom's not the same quarterback, and I just feel like he's got to retire at this point. But
He's not the same quarterback, and every person that talks about the motherfucker implies when they talk about him that, oh, he comes here, we're going Super Bowl. No, the fuck we are not. No, the fuck we are not, dude. Listen, just do the statistic alone, the mathematical stats, everything that go along with this. You're revamping your offense. You're revamping your whole entire defense. You're bringing a fucking guy here that's never played with any player on this team, besides coaching with Josh and Bolden, dude. Like, come on, dude. Like, that shit ain't gonna happen. That's not happening. You're just asking for too many moving pieces to just gel together. I mean, that's like I said, dude. I said it when we talked about it about Josh coming here with this. I said, yeah, ideal would be is that you want to come out running on every single deal, but fucking what's probably gonna happen is that you're gonna have miscommunications. People fucking going. Doesn't matter how long you've known somebody, how well you play with them, dude. When you're changing shit, you're changing shit. It's all new to everybody. Some are going to grasp it faster than others. I mean, look at, Devontae, Renfrow, Waller, all running into each other and multiple times at key points in the game, dude. So you can go back to that Miami game, dude, where fucking you can go back to that Miami game where I think it was within the playoffs where Tyreek and fucking Waddle ended up on the same exact side, dude, and fucking Moore threw it to the right side, dude, and Tyreek went to go up to go get the ball, but he knew he was kind of out of the deal, so he pulled his arm down instantly because he knew that Waddle was on the other side of him. So he knew that ball was probably going to Waddle, so he didn't try to fuck it up. Waller, man, this motherfucker, he don't even ever dive for a play in his life, dude, but maybe once in this deal, this bitch goes out there, tries to dive on a wide open pass to Devontae, probably going to the house, and this dude tries diving for the ball. Like, what the fuck, man? Like, that's what I'm saying. I think they just want dudes that know their shit, dude. That's like fucking when that happened. That's week fucking 15, week fucking what? Yeah, probably like week 15 in the season, 14 in the season. So, motherfucking, I bet you Josh and them were thinking like, motherfucker, all you did was sit out this whole time and you couldn't even learn the playbook while you were out, you know? So that shit matters. And that's why I say, Tim Brown, fuck, kudos to you, man. Like, fuck Tom Brady. He shouldn't even wear that jersey, let alone that number. You should go to fucking New York and let them retire that. They didn't even offer to retire it for Brady. They just said retire it for Rodgers, dude. Like, that's what's even more funny.
Yeah. Well, Jesus.
Yeah, I guess Tim Brown speaking facts. I guess like Raider for life, the true definition of one, and what he was talking about with saying that quarterbacks need to be able to, move around in the pockets, like, or just have the ability to scramble around is so important nowadays. Now the defensive players are so versatile, and their athletic ability, whether it be ability to have strong pass rushing moves or speed off the edge. The defense is more versatile than ever, and if you have a quarterback that's just gonna, just not move at all, you might as well just be waving the white flag.
Yeah,
So
he said there's very few quarterbacks that could even pocket play like that to begin with anymore.
Yeah. I mean, all the quarterbacks that are, I would say, really like the top guys and the most successful, they have the ability to run and pass at a high level.
Now, with that being said, do you think that it gives any indication into who he wants as the Raiders quarterback going into 2023?
Say it one more time. Say that again.
Does this quote regarding, a quarterback should, be athletic and be able to move around the pocket, do you think that gives any signal to what type of player he wants
Hell
calling
yeah,
the
we're
shots in
going
23?
CJ Stroud. CJ Stroud in the draft, baby. Bryce, CJ are fucking. I mean, we're not getting AR in the first round, so I mean, I don't know, man. Like,
Yeah,
I
unless we
don't
move
know.
back, he's a no shot.
He's not. He's bro. I spoke on that too much. I've already said he's a project. He's not worth a first rounder. He might not even make it in the NFL for fuck's sake. Like, god damn, bro. Like all these guys keep talking.
I think he'll go to a team late first or early second. I think there's just gonna be people out there that are intrigued by him, and people are hyping this dude up, dude. Like this motherfucker, where was he all season? How come motherfuckers didn't talk about him all season, and then all of a sudden now people talked about him in the off season when the season's over? Like I don't like that shit, and I don't buy that shit. Like I said, I got family that goes there, dude. I've seen the guy play numerous times. I've seen this guy have very bad games, dude. Like I don't know. So
Yeah.
I think, if you're telling me it's Stroud, I mean, I would take all three quarterbacks over him. Not even a question. Oh, is that Cortez?
What's up?
Yeah. I think
So,
Cortez messaged in the deal.
oh,
Yeah, I think frickin'
oh, here you go, buddy. I got the link right here. I'll put it in. Sorry, I wasn't even thinking. I was gonna send it to Discord, but I was like, fuck, I don't need to do that. I got it right here. Here you go. There you go.
yeah, I just don't. I would rather just go for Stroud. I know the fucking guy is gonna win, dude. Like I know he's gonna win.
Yes, because
Like I
he's.
know that they want AR, dude. I've heard people bet again.
What's up, buddy?
I bet Ziegler and them were there scouting the fucking offensive tackle, dude. Like I bet anything. Like there's no way they're looking at him thinking like, oh yeah, this is our type player, dude. Josh has been with straight pocket passer his whole entire time, dude. Like I get that he can go out or get a different. I think CJ just fits Josh's mold, man. Like to a T. I've said I bet you can come out and fucking play this year. Guaranteed he can probably take that starting job from Stenham and play easily.
100%. I think because here's the thing, like you have talked about too. You said Mac Jones in his first year was a Pro Bowler up at the
Damn.
So why can't I've heard people say, "Oh, but he needs a year." No, he doesn't. If Mac Jones didn't need a year, then fucking Stroud doesn't. So
They said that what did you say they said?
I said, I've heard people are like, "Well, then they're just gonna sit him." Like, why would they sit him if they didn't sit?
I mean, I would like to sit him if there's a possibility because he can learn the system better without being under pressure all like that. But at the same time, I've said if you look at Mac Jones, he fucking went on, played out in that year, went to the Pro Bowl, everything. Like he made him good player in the first year. And Stroud is way better athletic and way better passer than fucking Mac Jones, in my opinion. So I just think, like I said, I think Stroud offers you so much, dude. He has a 12.4% sack rate in the pocket, dude. He never gets sacked. The guy got great mobility, dude. Great field awareness, great arm, dude. Like, I would take Stroud in a heartbeat. Like, and I'd take him if we got the first pick overall. I would take Stroud. Not even second guess it. I'd take Stroud in a heartbeat, dude. Over Bryce, over fucking any of them. I don't care who the fuck's on that board. I'll take him. I'll take CJ over all of them.
Yeah, I think CJ, he gives us the best chance right away to win. You know,
Him and Devontae will kill it, dude. The way that Stroud can get out on that sideline, dude, and throw down that sideline like he does to the end zone, him and Devontae are gonna kill it, dude. They'll kill it on shit like that. Those are
There's a
game-winning
possibility
plays.
that we
Those
could
are
get the first
game-winning
pick.
plays right there.
There's rumors right now that we'll move up to the first pick.
That's all they're gonna be, dude, is rumors all the way till fucking April.
I've seen the CBS reports of freaking mock draft where we trade with Chicago again, and they in that mock draft they absolutely fleece us, and we take Stroud at that point. And at that point, you got to think, are we really just trading up for a quarterback we might get just if we just stay at the same position, number 7? And I think that might be
He
the
won't be
dumbest
there
mock
at
draft I've ever
7.
seen in my life. I
He
believe
He
he
ain't
will.
gonna
I
be
think
there. He ain't
think-
gonna be there past. He won't be. If he makes it past 2, he surely ain't making it past 4. And if he makes it past 4, he ain't gonna make it past 5. Like, he's not getting to 7. No way, no how.
Hell no, there's no
They
way.
can say like they're gonna roll with Geno, but there's no fucking way you're telling me CJ Stroud on the board, Geno 32, 30 fucking 3 years old, fuck, probably older. Fuck, he's probably older. And you're
He's
telling me
33. I think.
yeah, you're telling me you're gonna roll with Geno? No, fuck that. You probably will that year, but you're going fucking Stroud for your future for sure, dude. Like, that's why I'm saying, dude, it doesn't make sense to have Brady and not draft quarterback. I've said I would trade up and get a quarterback here, man.
I think
If you
Seattle's
get
more
Bryce
worried about
or
their
Stroud,
defense right now.
Yeah.
Because like their interior defense, because Seattle didn't really have a pass rush game. So I think that if Miles Murphy or if
but they could
Jalen
get
Carter is
one
there
and
at number 4 or 3.
they got
What's
multiple
what's their
picks.
pick?
They got
multiple
multiple picks
picks
there.
in
They
the
can,
first round.
yeah, they got
could get
multiple
one in
picks.
like the 20th pick or so.
Yeah, exactly. They have their own pick, and then they have the Broncos pick, which is 3, and that's who I think they get their defensive guy with, because there's
Or
a
they
lot of
may
value
go
in the defense.
quarterback. If there's a
I don't think they
quarterback
do that.
closer.
There's-
I really don't think they go get a QB, considering Geno Smith literally had
But Geno
Pro Bowl
Smith
season.
is up in his late 30s.
He's 34, granted, yes, but I don't. If they re-sign him for a cheap deal, I don't see a reason for them to go and get a new QB when they just got a Pro Bowler right there.
No.
That's my thoughts on it, anyways.
I'm just gonna say this: like, if they have the chance to draft Stroud, I think they're gonna do it. I do.
I mean, I'll tell you right now,
I
dude.
put
They
that
got
100.
2 picks in the first round. I'd bet $10,000 cash money if Stroud is on the board at Seattle. Guess who's going to Seattle? Like, and he's not even going to make it there, dude. The Colts are looking for a quarterback. Fucking Texans are taking a quarterback. So there's 2 quarterbacks, and there's no way. I know it's going Bryce and fucking Stroud. Like, unless something in the combine where somebody just shows up in the combine, just next level. That's how that draft's going, is Bryce and Stroud or Stroud and Bryce, dude. Like, it's going those 2 dudes first. So
Yeah.
And I've heard people say that, Levitz can be first overall. No, he's not. No, the fuck he's
heck
not,
no.
man.
He's not the 1 or the 2. Like, can we stop with
He's
that?
the 3. He's
Fuck,
the 3.
I can see Richards going before him in some cases, depending on what team and where you're at.
Yeah. Anthony Richard does not like the name AR-15.
It doesn't matter. You get used to it. Fuck, go to New York and say that.
What's up, everyone? Whoever's in the chat.
So
That's why I just say I just
have
don't
you guys
see.
brought up the possibility Carr going to Carolina now?
Yes.
Yeah.
And the crazy thing is, Frank Wright, that was
Smooth
the
Ozzy.
first quarterback that ever started for Carolina, and now he became the head coach. That's crazy.
I will say, like, I also think the Nathaniel Hackett hiring today did just no, not Richardson. I'm not even putting Richardson in this. It's Stroud or Levis at 7, bro. Stop. We're not drafting Richardson. Like, let's just get that out of our heads, bro. Why would Richardson be the only other quarterback this regime looks at? They don't like running quarterbacks. And Levis can run, but guess what? He's a better passer than Richardson. If you take Richardson, you have to wait 3 years. 3. I mean, your 3rd year, you're gonna see him. It's not happening. We're not drafting Richardson.
Dude, I wouldn't be surprised if Stenson don't even get
Draft it.
Oh, thank God you're not
hold on.
God.
Hold on. Would you take you're telling me you would take Richardson with the 7th overall pick?
Tell me that you don't understand
There's
this.
no way
way.
that you would say that.
Wait, what?
I don't know.
I completely zoned out. What's going on?
He said,
I don't know. I don't know if
Ozzie
he said I would take Richardson over Will, but I'm just wondering. So that's implying that you would take Richardson with the 7th overall pick. And if he says yes, then the draft value is way the fuck off. Like
I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna be honest
like,
though.
way off.
I'm gonna say this for now.
Like
Honestly,
that
bro.
fool ain't even till late fucking. He's not even till late fucking first round, if even in the first round.
I'm just gonna keep it honest, bro. I know the Russ Mail are gonna say this, but if you think that we're taking Richardson, you don't understand who we have at head coach. You better go watch him again, bro. This is
Yeah, 15 at 15. That's where I would say like the earliest.
Well, no,
And
I'm
the
just saying.
earliest I would
Hell
see
no,
him.
I
I
wouldn't
think
even
he's
take
gonna
him
be.
at 15. I'll take him.
I mean, there
at
can be
20.
teams. There's teams in there, dude, that would probably take a chance. But like I said, I think I've said 15 or later. I think is where he'd be. But there's no way I would draft him with the 7th pick.
Wait,
No
why
way.
did you bring up Stetson Bennett and says who said?
Yeah, no, because I said up there, I said that the odds are he wouldn't even be till later round and probably not even drafted.
Yeah.
But no, I'm gonna say this. I don't even think this regime, if they had the chance to draft Richardson, I don't think they take him because he doesn't fit the way their scheme works. It's not how the scheme works, bro. You can't pass the ball. You ain't gonna fit in here, bro. Like
I think people
Yeah,
were
we saw
just.
exactly what happened. Can't do it in 2020.
Yeah. I think people are saying like, oh, he was there to scout Bennett or Richardson. But look, Mayock used to say it all the time, dude. If you're not doing your due diligence on all players, quarterbacks included, then you're not doing your job. And again, they have a pretty damn good offensive tackle over there too. And I'm willing to bet that's where they were probably looking at was that offensive tackle. So I don't think they were more focused on Richardson, in my opinion, because one, you'd have to trade back and hope that you're hitting a hole at a certain point,
yeah,
and then you don't want to trade back and then say that he could be around 2, and you traded back for him in the 15 to 20 spot. Like now you're just now the pick ain't even matched the fucking pick. So I think there's too many probabilities for them to do that. Like you would have to trade, in my opinion, from 7 to like 20th, 25,
they're
second,
not.
20th to 22, I would say. And then that's where you'd probably get your draft value at. But if you go anywhere before then, dude, you just pissed off that pick, dude. And then not only that, you're already pissed off the pick because you had better fucking talent on the board at pick 7. You
Yeah,
had way better talent on the board at pick 7 than doing all that trade back bullshit to go pick up somebody.
I wouldn't even be opposed to Tanner McKee. He's a better passer. Like what? Like I said, I'm not saying like again. I don't think you understand. The fact of the matter is, we have a higher chance to trade up than trade down.
Yeah, but so you say Hooker's too old, but Stenson Bennett's too old too, motherfucker. He probably just as old as Brady out there trying to play football right now. Like he probably the oldest college player.
Actually, like, by the way, Bennett and Hooker are about the same age. Actually, by the way, Hooker's how wait time out. No,
They're like 26,
Bennett 25.
25, 26
Stetson,
years old.
Stetson's about to be 26. Hooker's gonna be 25. So that makes no sense. You're just contradicting yourself. That's what you're doing. How is a 25-year-old too old if you're talking about a 26-year-old?
Listen, no QB is too old to be drafted in the first round. If Brandon Weeden at 28 years old got drafted by the Browns in 2012,
that's not
there's
that's
no
not
QB.
what my point is.
Yeah, but
I know.
dude, come on, man.
No, that's not the point.
That was so
Yeah.
bad. That was so bad.
Again, Raiders down under. That's not even the point, bro.
That was so bad, bro. Like I said, I think Bennett goes undrafted.
I mean, yeah, he's definitely an NFL QB. He can definitely make an NFL roster, but to say that he's going to be a drafted QB is maybe pushing it. It's saying he's anywhere near the top of the draft is absolutely insane.
Yeah, he didn't even have really good stats. He fucking was on really good defensive-led team for 2 years in a row. I mean, like I said, I just don't see Bennett out there. Hooker is a different story, but I mean, I'm not gonna lie and say that if you're just picking up Hooker to put there, but I would rather like I've said every time we talk about it on our show, I would rather fucking trade. And like I said, I'll trade to 1 or 3. I don't give a fuck. If I know Stroud can be on the board at 3, I would trade with fucking Arizona. But if I knew that the Texans are taking him, I would trade up to number 1 with the Bears. Like I said, I think that's where the move's at, dude. That's where the value's at. That's where that's where a fucking century marker's at, dude. Like that's the whole thing is I would go quarterback here. Go get rid of Carr and bring in a quarterback like them. People are gonna be like, all right.
I've been saying since day one. Since we found out Carr was gone. I've been saying CJ Stroud.
We all want Stroud. So what was the point in having this conversation? We all want Stroud. Like, we're not, I don't think, what the hell? Okay, I'm not even going to read that. I'm just going to say, we all want Stroud. I think we're going to get Stroud. Like, why? Because at the end of the day, well, yeah, we know you get Stroud. You don't draft depth in the first 4 rounds. The 2 best QBs outside of Bryce Young, CJ Stroud or Richardson. No,
there's no way, dude. But all right.
No, the 3 best, Ozzy, it's undisputed. Like the people who actually understand football, like I mean, like the analysts, sorry, those guys. Why is all those lists?
Will Levis will start before AR would ever start in the NFL.
Well,
that's fact. Will Levis has been claimed numerous times that he's the most pro-ready quarterback out of Stroud and Bryce. And this motherfucking Richardson ain't never been talked about all fucking year long. Nobody was talking about this motherfucker. Nobody brought him up. And then all of a sudden they get a report that fucking Ziegler went over there. Then now it's fucking Richardson. They're overvaluing his fucking draft stock. They're overvaluing this player, dude. Like, go look his stats up. Go look at his fucking games. Like, that guy is not fucking the truth. That guy has faltered on big shit. He's fucking no, hell no.
I've already said this. It's not even a debate. The top 3.
You're just devaluing your team at that point. You're not even being fair. Like, you're not even being fair to the team at that point. Like I said, there's better draft value on the board, and why you won't trade back for him. You're not trading back for him. You have to hit a certain hole for that dude. That dude is not going to be a Raider.
I've already said this. The undisputed top 3, like I said, it's not even a debate. The undisputed top 3, Stroud, Sorry, Stroud, Young.
How is that even true? How is that true, Ozzy? If Richardson didn't get brought up all year, motherfucker didn't get talked about all year. How in the fuck is he a better overall prospect? Like I don't
No,
concept this
come on.
because
No,
is he a better overall prospect because Ziegler went over there? Is that why he's the better overall prospect? Because otherwise, I would love to know how the fuck he is.
listen. Funny thing is, no, because if you're talking about for the Raiders, I'd even argue Richardson isn't even on our board. He isn't because we don't run an RPO offense. We don't run that.
It's not even that. You listen. You have to. Why would you give up? Okay. This is why I think this don't even make sense. It makes zero sense. You're on the board at 7, right?
Yeah.
You're telling me that you're gonna call up a team and be like, man, I can get a real good player at 7, even if we don't even trade up. So let's just say we don't even trade up for Stroud, right? Let's just say we don't even go Stroud. You're telling me that you're calling a motherfucker where you got motherfucking dudes on the board that can be game changers still at pick 7 that are way better. And you're like, hey, bro, let me get back there at the 25th pick. Like,
Okay,
what the fuck? Like, that'd be stupid as hell. That'd be hella dumb.
Let me address this,
baby.
let's just. Do you realize that
you just devalued your whole team and the players right there by that trade out?
Okay, let me tell you something right now. Ziegler is not drafting because of potential. Let's get that fuck out of the way. He doesn't do that. He drafts for talent. And number 2, Richardson has the height. You might think he has a high ceiling. He doesn't. He doesn't have a higher ceiling. He has a higher floor. That floor is going to hit him. If he doesn't how is he? What? Depends what picks you get for 7. There's plenty. Bro, you're telling me you want to trade back to 20? Like, come on, bro. We're not trading back. Like, we're not trading back all the way to 20 to draft some potential. Like,
I'm telling you, man, dudes can lose their jobs. You can lose your job doing that trade, fucking Ozzy. Like you can lose your job trading out of the 7th pick where there's a franchise player probably on the board to trade back to the 25th for a fucking project quarterback.
Again,
like
by the way, actually,
you can probably lose your job massively.
No, Mark Davis
and Raider Nation would probably fucking be pissed, bro. Like, I know I'd be pissed as fuck.
I'm gonna tell you this right now. There's no way we're drafting Richardson. Like, I'm sorry, there's just not.
You're saying Tyrell Williams up there on the board, dude. We'd trade out, go get Richardson. I'd fucking probably shoot somebody, dude. I'd probably be like, what the
Ozzy, it does not matter about the 2nd or 3rd round picks. You is not trading for 7 from 7.
Hey, I've always said this. If 2nd and 3rd round picks are so good, why don't you just give up your 1st round every year?
God.
That's there's a reason those are 1st round picks, dude. I don't give a fuck about 2nd and 3rd. I care about that first pick, 7th overall. Like, come on. I mean,
has Ozzy put it into perspective that you don't have a coaching staff after that draft if you make those trades and you pick up Richardson? Because, by the way, guys, do we not realize McDaniel's job, Ziegler's job,
dude, Richardson's gonna go to a team that has he's gonna go to a team that has dual pick, dude, in the 1st round. Like, that's where I see Richardson going, because if you get a team that picks, like, say they get their receiver and then Richardson's on the board at like 25, 26, I can see them picking him up there, or even in the beginning of the 2nd round. But again, I think it's going to go to a team that has dual picks or later in the 1st by far.
No, I mean, here's the thing, right? I think
there's just no way I'm giving up the 7th pick for him, period. Not even. Bro. I don't give a fuck if they're giving me 2 second-round picks.
You're comprehending any of this. You're telling me you're taking Richardson, who's, let's be honest, this is all he is. He's only potential. He has not shown one bit of a franchise quarterback. He hasn't. That's just a fact. He has not proven that one bit. So you're telling me
Yeah,
you're
but okay, hold on. So you say that he would rather trade back his first, right? That's what you're implying. Why wouldn't he just put up some draft picks because he has fucking, 10, 12 of them and get his ass back up to the second round? Why wouldn't he do that?
he might do that. So why are we?
I
This
know he
isn't.
will. That sounds
No,
more logic that he would package up his draft
honestly,
picks to get up there than to give up his first round, 7th overall pick.
yeah. No, I'll be honest for now. Dude, like
Like
his
that's his. So look, let's even be real. That's his first pick in the first round as him being a GM, and you're telling me he wants to trade back and get Richardson.
yeah, fuck that, dude. I don't think Ozzy. I don't think you're
He's not gonna do that shit.
No, time
That
out,
would
time out.
be a
No,
stupid move.
just for a moment here. Because here's the thing: you're not comprehending this. We're not taking Richardson. He's not on our board. He's not. We don't run that type of offense. He's all potential, and these guys are about to lose their jobs. They can lose their jobs the way depending on how these next year to 2 years go. And you're telling me they're gonna risk their job for a guy that they may not even want? They didn't even go
It's
evaluate.
just YouTube smoke, bro. That's all it is. It's
Yeah,
YouTube
he's
smoke,
not.
guaranteed.
Yeah,
Let's see what I'm
it's just
talking.
smoke.
Let's see when we get to the draft, dude. How many motherfuckers already hop shipping talking about another guy? So the combine's gonna put it where a lot of these players will be. Period. That's where it's at. Watch the
Listen,
combine. The
this
draft stock can change instantly in the combine.
this happens every fucking year. Like Zach Wilson he's already looking like a top 10 bust of all time. The way he's played, like I'm just saying. You're telling me you're taking Zach Harrison's not his second or a first. He's like a late third.
Yeah, third, late third, exactly. Late third or fourth round pick.
And Andre Carter can probably go in the first round.
Dude, that's okay. Time out. Also, the combine does not matter, bro. The combine does not matter. None of those guys who go out there in the combine, dude, go look at like Daniel Jones. He had a great combine.
The combine will matter, dude, because if you got fucking Bryce out there and let's just say you have all 4 quarterbacks out there, the combine's going to 100% matter because there's going to be coaches there that have been watching all year long, watching games. And when they get put in NFL drills,
We saw one throw
let's
from
just
Zach
say
Wilson.
that Bryce
rated him
overexceeds
number 2.
Stroud or Will Levis overexceeds, who can most definitely end up there getting picked for sure.
No, I'm saying it doesn't matter on how good you are. Like, no, Ozzy, you're making yourself look. Oh man, dude,
Says
Zach
you will just prove my point. Zach Wilson was drafted high. Look at him.
dumbass. What?
I'm
No,
confused.
listen,
you
that
actually
was
know?
because of fucking Trey Lance, dude, and the Niners, and they were both the same, but also the draft class. So I mean, I'm not gonna argue that. I mean, anybody can want to take them. I'm not gonna
No,
lie
I'm telling you, the combine.
and say, but
Yeah, you
I
guys.
don't think we're that team because one, that type of player, he's a few years out. So why would you draft a quarterback that probably don't even see the field for 3 years? You know what I mean? Like you got
No,
3 years
no.
for I think until he
Saying
sees the field.
the combine, yeah, guys move up, but some of those guys, they don't. That combine doesn't matter based off who they are. It doesn't. Like they're the same fucking player that they were on that field. But we saw one throw from Zach Wilson, and these analysts who they let in these buildings say that this guy was a top tier talent. He sucks. That doesn't prove your point. The thing is, a lot of these guys that you named, there are a lot of those guys are like third round talents. Like you're not drafting. Andre Carter. I don't know where he goes.
He's probably first round pick, dude. He
I
can
don't
go
know why he named
second. He can go early second, but if I was betting, Andre Carter can go first for sure.
Stop, bro. Ozzy, stop talking, bro. If you think Stroud's a risk, bro. Oh man, that's embarrassing, man. Stroud.
Let's just say there's always risks when you take a quarterback in the first round or
You
any
read-
player at all. if there's any player at all, it doesn't matter. There's no guarantee they'll ever succeed. But it's more likely that the higher you draft them and the more
fact that it's the fact that you think you're taking.
He said, "I'd rather hold on." I know I'm not reading this. It says, "I'd rather take a risk at 20 than 7."
You're fucking dumb. Jesus Christ.
Higher up, you go big or go home, and if you just
I just want to know, like, are you trolling, dude, or you're just looking to argue? Like, you gotta be trolling or looking to argue, because there's no fucking way that you just said that you would rather pick at 20 than 7.
That's crazy. I'm not gonna lie. Hey, you know what? All I'm gonna say is this video has proved. Thank God we know.
Look at Jamarcus Russell. I mean, you can fucking, dude. I swear. I do this with them all the time. Like, you cannot rate a quarterback in fucking 2000 what 8, 9.
It's crazy. This is
and crazy. We're comparing to them now and with Josh, and I mean that's crazy as fuck.
Yeah, it's a different
that's
era.
Crazy as fuck.
It's basically a different era.
Fuck yeah, dude. That guy is stupid as fuck, man. Fucking Stroud's smart as shit, dude. Like, this motherfucker getting compared to Jamarcus Russell. Like, I'm like, fucking, are dudes even watching the tape? Like, it's not even fair to Stroud to even talk like that about him, dude. Like, people don't even watch tape on him. Obviously, it shows, dude, because nobody in their right mind would compare him to motherfucking Jamarcus Russell. Like, that fucking guy is nowhere close. He's not dumb. He's very educated. He's hella smart, dude.
I just think I'm just gonna say this. Like, Ozzy, if this is how you think that, like, evaluating talent is working, like, you need a new hobby. Like, that's not it. Because if you're really gonna sit here and compare, probably, I would say, the best quarterback in this, like, he's the best or the second best. He's right there with Bryce Young. I think he's got higher potential than Bryce Young, because Bryce Young, for right now, he's undersized as a quarterback. But just to even compare, like, in 2 sentences, like, Stroud to Russell, is just crazy. And then to say that you would trade back, good thing you're not in our front office, because those guys at they're going to draft number 7 regardless.
I mean, it's going to have to depend on where the pick's at.
Well, no, like I said,
it's going to have to depend on where the pick is at, who they're giving. Are they giving us a player? There's going to be depend on a lot of shit.
What I'm saying is, if we do not get Stroud,
but I'm telling you right now, there's no way that Josh and fucking Ziegler sat down at the draft table right now, which we're not even done with the season, and literally said, like, "Hey, bro, we're trading back in that pick." There's not even a way that conversations even came about one time, probably. So that's why I just think it's crazy when people are just implying like that shit's already been talked about. Fuck, Tom Brady's taking $10 million. Fucking this shit's insane.
Ozzy, you have to understand, we're not trading back. Like, we're not trading back to 20, bro. Like, let's end that discussion, bro. You can trade back 2-3 picks, and you're maybe getting another pick. But you don't want Willis. Who the what?
You meant Levis.
You meant Levis? Why do you not want Levis? Levis is a better quarterback than Richardson. Go evaluate
the prospect of this draft. He's got the arm, he's got the vision, he's got the IQ of the football player.
Dude.
If there's any player you want in this draft that you're willing to take a risk on and not settle for, it should be a Levis. Obviously, you go with Stroud or Bryce Young on the board, but if you need that player or you want that boom prospect that you can try and develop and see if something happens there, like a spark, you go with Levis over AR, 100%.
Bro, Ozzy, if you'd rather have Richardson than
dude, it's not gonna happen. I don't even want to talk about it. Like, we're just sitting here, we're literally talking about something that's not going to happen, dude.
Listen.
Listen. They're not trading that 7th pick value for motherfucking Richardson. It's not even a fucking debate. It's not even a conversation, because there's no
hell
way
no.
to determine. There's no way to determine
This mother.
where Richardson's going to be taken in the first place. Then you're going to have to do a trade with a certain team that puts you in that place to begin with. And then you're shooting back too many fucking spots, dude. It's not happening.
Nah, you a troll. Ozzy, you're a fucking troll, dude. There's no fucking way you believe this. Drew Lock nowhere close.
Just no way that we're getting Richardson. It's the pointless conversation. Let's talk about something else.
Yeah, well, okay. Well, let me just talk about this comment for a moment. How do you?
I'm not gonna sit here and talk about this. I'll fucking I'll have to go. I can't do this because this isn't. We're fucking that. No, fucking no teams. Listen, you either fucking pull the trigger and jump forward, or you pick your motherfucker at 7, like straight the fuck up. Like that's what happens. I don't even think going backwards is an option.
Nope. I'll say this right now: if they need a quarterback bad enough, they're going to draft Will Levis, and he will be the future.
I think we would go like, let's say that we trade Carr and we get like a 20th pick. Like then I can probably see us doing something of that. But I can't see them fucking. I can't see them taking the 7th pick and either not trading up forward to get a real quarterback, a real
prospect.
It's not even that, dude. Like Stroud's gonna play in the NFL. Like Richardson probably ain't even gonna exceed in the NFL. Like you're fucking hoping. Like that's what you're doing with him is like you're hoping this dude's gonna fucking do something.
I'm just gonna keep it real.
Stroud's going to play. Stroud's playing. Like Stroud's fucking playing in the NFL. There ain't a fucking down the line. That motherfucker's playing in the NFL.
How do you go from Will Levis is Drew Lock to Carr? How is he Carr? He looks nothing like Carr. What?
We move on. This is getting stale. This isn't really an important conversation.
Anyways,
I mean Levis is more compared to Josh Allen type player. Like and I just wonder. I'm just wondering, are we watching tape when we're talking about these players? Because
we're not.
Richardson, we've implied that Richardson's starting fucking, we're really starting this motherfucker in the first round trading back. I mean, it tells me that one, you probably didn't watch the tape, probably didn't watch him all year at Florida. So I'm pretty sure that you're just talking from somebody else. Levis is like fucking Josh Allen type player. That's who he is. He has the same tangible, same type player arm. He has the same shit, dude. Yeah. So I don't know where we're at on these conversations because I think the valuation is way off.
Yeah, I agree. But like I said, I mean, I will say,
and I'm not gonna say that the defensive talent isn't a lot in the draft. You're right on that comment there. The thing is though, that's why I've said you can risk taking a quarterback in the early round to sacrifice a defensive player in the later round. But like I say, I mean, I don't know, man. I'm taking the pick at 7. There's too many defensive players on there that way farther exceed Richardson's value by far.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I will say though, what's that? Ooh. Is there any other like conversation you all want to have? Any questions you all want to raise since we're here?
Shit.
I don't know. I'm just thinking at this point because I want to get off this topic. I mean, I'm not gonna. I mean, okay, if we're gonna stick on the topic of like just a draft in general, I guess another prospect I really want is the Alabama linebacker. I think he would come in and he'd be the future.
Henry Tutu.
Yeah.
Henry Tutu can most definitely, if we're lucky to get him in the beginning of the second round. So
I hope we do. I really do because I think he's. We have to go QB in the first. Yep. Okay. Yeah. With the defensive player in the second round we just talked about, being Henry. Is there any other prospects you guys like in the late first, early second?
I like Darnell Washington, the tight end from Georgia.
Yeah, I think he's
He-
what 6'8" tight end. I mean,
yeah,
he's
he's
fucking
he's
tall.
6'7". He could play fucking basketball, and he fucking dominates. He's like he's
Facts.
250, I think,
Yeah,
260,
he's a
270, something like that.
2 fit, bro.
He's a big tight end.
Hey, he ain't no
I
bitch
really
either.
like that.
Hey, he ain't no bitch either. He'll go up and catch that motherfucker.
Hey,
And as
he
a matter of
one
fact,
hand.
on
Hey,
my
he just put one hand on your head and one hand over the top by a mile. Can you imagine Amik Robinson fucking covering him? Oh my god.
Dude, Amik would be his bitch, bro. What are you talking about?
He
That man,
fucking be his leg stuffing, dude. Like his fucking sock warmer, dude. Like 6'8".
but
This motherfucker over here, fucking just fuck. He'd have to be like get a ladder to get up to him.
yeah, we were talking
He
about
says,
before. We were mentioning
I
before about
wanted
Morales.
2-2 months ago. 2-2 linebacker. I would go. Casey Pitt, defensive tackle.
I mean, if you have the chance between them both, I'm taking Tutu. But if we have in our second, I would take Cansey maybe. But I don't know if we would take him early. I don't think we're taking a D tackle that early. If we move past the first, because like I said, I mean, you already have a. I mean, I would say your D tackle room is pretty stuff up there. So I mean, either you're getting a veteran to come in and be the number one guy, or you're drafting like Jalen Carter or something like that. Because I wouldn't take another project D tackle when you have what we already have, like what 5-6 D tackles right now.
Yeah, and plus you have other guys on the team like Andrew Billings, who was a really good run stopper this year, and you need guys
I would
like
take
that on
Kyle
the team.
Pecco back. I would take Kyle
And
Pecco
you
back.
had Tillery, dude, that
Yeah.
fucking played really good up there too. So
I think there's just Tutu may be there. Tutu's not gonna be there in the third. Tutu's not going to be there in the third. I don't see that happening. He's one of the top 3 linebackers, I think, in this class. He's not making it to the third. Can't see.
I don't think he's making it to the 3rd round, 7th pick. No way.
He's not making. No, Tutu. If you want to draft him, you're drafting him.
He's a real linebacker, dude. He's not going that. He ain't going. Dude, he could go in the 1st round. That fucking guy can be gone in the 1st round.
That's the scary
Think of it
thing.
for a second. He's got the first round talent, and there's a team desperate enough for a linebacker like the Raiders.
That's what I'm saying.
Then, yeah.
Somebody can most definitely take him in the 1st,
I
early
would say
2nd
that.
round.
I would say, like, if we tag and trade Jacobs, and we are able to get like a late first, and you are able to get Tutu there, I would take him because I think he's a late first, early 2nd round talent. I don't know if there's offhand, I don't think there's a better middle linebacker in this class because Trent Simpson's more of an outside linebacker, but he can be in the middle, but I don't think he's better than Tutu. But another guy I would like at 38 is Will McDonald.
I'm not gonna lie. I think he wouldn't be a bad pick there either.
No, I think Will McDonald. I think he's the guy I'm thinking about when I talk about this. He's a really good run stopper. He's good off the edge. He's 22. He's really good out of Iowa State. Is his college. He would. I think he could come in, and he would be good. Like I think what you could do with that pick right there is you could.
A sleeper pick is LJ Skinner, safety.
I would like that. I don't know if he'd be I don't know if he's a 2nd rounder or not. I think he could be a 3rd rounder.
He'd be a 3rd round pick.
Early 3rd.
So like here's the thing. If your first 4 picks end up being, say, CJ Stroud, you get Henry, you get Will McDonald, and you get LJ Skinner, you won those first 2-3 rounds right there because that's a huge haul. You're getting your defensive.
I think that'd be a phenomenal haul because if you got Stroud, Tutu, Skinner, or Stroud, Will, or Skinner, I mean, I think you just got a pretty good set right there to start out.
I will say this: if like I said, if you get all 4 of those guys, those are, I would say right off the bat, those are 4 starters. I think LJ Skinner has a chance to start year 1 at safety.
Hey, I'm just gonna say this. I don't want what's his name? The one that we brought in to be our starter. He could be a rotational safety, but not a starter.
Who?
John Harmon?
Yeah, Harmon, not as a starter.
I think Deron Harmon and LJ.
Because of his age. Because of his age,
I would
he's
still
getting up
start him.
there.
I think he's a better safety than whoever else you're going to toss out there, a free safety. I think he's the
Yeah,
best.
right now at least. And he
Now,
played really
if
Yeah,
well.
you better
Rainer's there,
be you better be getting
I'll play
somebody
Skinner.
that's good, man. That I'm starting. I would pay him to start, dude. Like I've already said, I'd sign that fool for 2, 3 more years and start him. Like he plays very good, dude. And I mean, I get what you're saying because he's older, fucking save reps probably. But I don't know, man. Like you better have somebody
Wow.
that can take that job. Like
I'm
if
not
we're
gonna
saying
lie,
Tyler
bro.
Waller
Like these,
over him, I don't know
yo,
about that.
I'm sorry. Tell me something, like, bro. What is it with Pittsburgh's college? They have some weird ass motherfucking names. God, Habukuk Balna. I'm not even gonna try and pronounce that shit's weird. But hey, it would be nice. I think that But I do think if you draft Will McDonald, then you don't draft him. I don't know if you draft 2 edges in the first 4 rounds.
You're not.
No, I mean it's either one or the other. I would say, because
Yeah,
like
you
I
only
said,
need
they
one
have
edge.
other positional values. Like if you draft Will
Yeah,
McDonald,
but so Will is a third round. Will is probably third, and then if you had or I don't know, would he be? Yeah, I think he'd be in the. No, he thinks he'd be in the second round.
I don't know. I haven't actually. I'm gonna be honest. I don't know exactly what Will McDonald's projected. I
He
thought he was.
could probably go in the second round, but fuck, at the 7th pick, that'd probably be a little early. Um, yeah, I don't know, man. It's gonna be tough because a lot of these guys are gonna change, dude.
It.
A lot of these
Here's
guys
the
are going to
thing, though.
change
I
in the
will say
combine
it's.
because you're running NFL routes versus college routes, dude.
Yeah.
People are going to see different, be played different, be seen differently. It's
Um.
just like we said, you had Pickett
I
in
will
there,
say
dude, fucking that
a
went
guy
last year.
to.
Like
Yeah. I was gonna say a guy to look.
Ritter shot up the fucking board, dude, and went second overall. So
I'm sorry. Who did you say? I'm sorry.
Ritter,
Yeah.
the quarterback, is what I mean,
Oh
not a
yeah.
second overall pick
Yes, I
off
know
the
what
board,
quarterback.
but
So I was gonna say another real guy to look at in the 4th or 5th, depending on how the drafting goes, would be Xavier Hutchinson out of Iowa State.
Yeah, that's definitely a guy there on the edge. So I think that's a good pick if we need or we haven't drafted it somewhere there. So I think I'm okay with that pick.
Yeah, I mean, because I think if you get any wide receiver to come in and learn behind Devontae, I think you're in good hands to learn. Or you could look at the other guy would be
who'd you say it was? Who'd you say?
Xavier Hutchinson, wide receiver out of Iowa State.
Yeah, yeah.
Or you could look at I'm literally not trying to say his name because I'm trying to think of his college. I think it's SMU. Rasheed Rice. He could be a late third because don't we have 2 thirds or is it 2 fourths?
No, right now we have the base 7 picks and then we have the conditional.
Yeah, I was trying to figure out where
the
the
car.
condition. Yeah, I think we have.
We
Well,
have.
right now,
Do we have a 4th pick or a 3rd?
yeah, we have a pick in each of the rounds. It's our own pick in each round, but we don't know the conditionals until the owners' meetings in the spring. So until then, we just speculate.
Yeah. But like I said, honestly, this was a great show. Continue to come through on my Thursday night shows. Unless we have more topics to speak on, I'm just going to leave them to Thursdays. Like this week, I had a lot more to talk on, so we did the Tuesday and Thursday show. I think next week we'll just leave it to a Thursday show. Thank you to everyone who came through. Raider Cortez, Noah, and Dustin. everyone in the chat who did come through.
Salute Ozzy, salute all you guys on the panel.
Like I said, great show. And next week, hopefully we get more to speak on. Thank you. And we're in it there.
Salute.
Salute.